So do you also wish to increase the open rate of the emails which you send towards your leads? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to harness AI agents for personalized email subject line optimization with Pabbly. So here I'm running a tech company and we have the lead details in our spreadsheet, and I want to send them personalized emails, but this is such a tedious and a time consuming task, right? So to solve this problem, I've simply created this automation where what is going to happen is that as soon as I'm just going to add my lead details into my spreadsheet, automatically my AI agent, which is OpenAI, is going to generate personalized subject lines and the email body for the same. Further, I can create the draft with the help of same details. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Sheets, my AI agent, which is OpenAI, and then Gmail. And further, my team can review the drafts and send the email to my leads. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection, that too without knowing any programming or coding language, with the help of an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So do you also want to create this automation or connection for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So today I'll show you how to generate highly personalized email subject lines, something like this, using AI agent in Pabbly. So as you know that a subject line can make or break your email's open rate. So based on the lead's inquiry and preferred service or product type, this AI will craft subject lines that instantly capture their interest, improving open rates and engagement. So this automation ensures that each email feels relevant and tailored to the recipient. So let's get started. And over here you can see that I've drafted multiple emails based on my leads preferences and inquiry type. Within a minute you can see that I've drafted many emails. So yes, you can see that this is the automation we are going to create in today's video. And to create this automation, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this sign in. And as soon as we're going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. And over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we simply have to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to harness AI agents for personalized email subject line optimization with Pabbly. And then we are simply going to click on this button right over here which says create. And as soon as we're going to click on this button, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Alright, trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, we are simply going to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm just going to search for Google Sheets and select it because I'm just going to get my details from my Google Sheets. So I'm just going to search for it and then we're simply going to select it. Now for the trigger event, I'm just going to select it as new or updated spreadsheet rows. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we're going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Google Sheets account and our Pabbly Connects workflow. So what we're going to do is I'm simply going to copy this webhook URL and then we're going to follow this help text, and I'm just going to open my spreadsheet for which I want to create this automation for. So as you can see that this is the spreadsheet for which I want to create this automation. And now we're going to connect this same spreadsheet with our Pabbly Connects workflow. And for that, I'm just going to go towards this extensions. We have to go towards this add-ons and then towards this get add-ons. Now after coming over here towards this get add-ons, we have to add an extension in the spreadsheet which is Pabbly Pabbly Connect webhooks. So I'm just going to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks right over here, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to select it and open it right from here. So as you can see that I've already installed this extension in my Google Sheets account. So you have to install it right from here, and after installing this extension right from here, you have to make sure that you have to refresh your spreadsheet. And once you're going to refresh the spreadsheet, you're going to get the option of extensions and then Pabbly Connect webhooks right over here. And after coming over here towards this Pabbly Connect webhooks, you have to go towards this initial setup. And after coming over here towards this initial setup, we have to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So now for the webhook URL, we are simply going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. And now it is asking me for the trigger column. So you must be wondering, what is trigger column? So trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent towards the webhook URL. So here you can see the last column or the final data column for me is E. So I'm simply going to keep it as E right over here. You have to enter the trigger column based on your specific needs and your spreadsheet. Alright. So now after doing this, we are simply going to click on this button right over here which says submit. And yes, over here you can see setup configured successfully. So with this, we have successfully created a connection between our spreadsheet and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. Alright. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to open my Google Sheets, and over here we're going to click on this button which says send test. And as soon as we're going to click on this button, it is saying test data sent successfully. So it has successfully sent my test data towards my webhook URL. And over here it is saying that it has sent this row 1 towards my webhook URL. So I'm just going to open my workflow, and yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. You can see the same details which we had in row 1. You can see the same lead name right over here. You can see the lead ID, the inquiry type, the lead email, and also the preferred product or service. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now what will happen is that as soon as we're going to get the details from our Google Sheets, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered. So now with this, we have successfully completed this trigger step. But now before moving forward, I'm just going to open my spreadsheet. We have to go towards this extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and we have to switch on this button right from here which is send on event. It is really important to switch on this button, because upon switching on this button, what will happen is that as soon as a new event is going to occur in your spreadsheet, automatically the details will be forwarded towards your webhook URL. So yes, now after switching on this button, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as we're going to add new lead details in our spreadsheet, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered, or else any updates in the spreadsheet will trigger this workflow. Alright, so now we're going to move forward towards our action step. Now what I want is I want to generate personalized email subject lines, right? So for that, I'm just going to use my AI agent. I'm just going to select my action application as my AI agent, which is OpenAI in my case. You can use any another AI agent like Google Gemini. So I'm just going to search for OpenAI, and then we're simply going to select it right from here. Now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as ChatGPT and click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you've already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. So it is saying kindly visit your OpenAI API key page to get the API key that you need to enter here. Alright, so here's the hyperlink of going towards this OpenAI API keys page. So I'm simply going to click on this hyperlink and open my OpenAI API keys page. And over here you can see that I've already created 3 API keys, but I'm just going to create a new. For that, I'm just going to go towards this create new secret key. I'm just going to name my key as subject right over here. I'm just going to select the project and click on this create secret key button. And as soon as we're going to click on this create secret key button, it is saying that it has successfully created my API key. Over here, as you can see the key. So I'm just going to copy this key, and then we are simply going to paste that key right over here in my workflow. And after pasting this key right over here, we are simply going to click on this button which says save. And yes, with this, it has successfully connected my OpenAI account with my Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the AI model. So I'm simply going to select my AI model as GPT-4. You can use any another AI model according to your your preferences. And now it is asking me for the prompt. Alright, so I'm just going to enter my prompt right over here. So what I want is I want to create a personalized subject. So I'm just going to enter the prompt for the same right over here. Alright, so I'm just going to enter the prompt, and yes, over here you can see that I've successfully entered the prompt. It is saying generate an optimized email subject line based on the following lead details. The subject line should be personalized, engaging, and relevant to the lead's inquiry type and preferred service. It could be concise, compelling, and encourage the recipient to open the email. So over here I'm just going to enter my lead details, but we're not going to enter it manually, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Google Sheets as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so I'm simply going to map the lead name, then we're going to map the inquiry type. I'm just going to open the response and map all of these three details right over here. So as you can see that I've successfully mapped these details, given the guidelines too, and also I've given the example output. So I've entered the prompt according to my business needs. You have to enter it according to yours. And after entering this prompt, I'm simply going to click on this save and send test request button given right over here. And yes, now it has generated me the message content, which is the subject. So yes, over here you can see that it has successfully generated me a personalized subject. Over here you can see the lead name is there in my subject. So yes, you can see that with this we have successfully completed this step, which is my action step, which was to generate a subject line. But in order to send an email, we don't only need a subject line, but we also need the email body, right? So I'm just going to add another action step right over here and generate the email body with the help of my AI agent. For that, I'm just going to look for OpenAI in my action application once again. For the action event, we are going to select it as ChatGPT and click on this connect. Recently, we connected our OpenAI account, so I'm just going to click on this select existing connection and then save. Select the AI model, so I'm just going to keep it as GPT-4 only, and now I'm just going to enter the prompt to get the email body. So yes, over here you can see that I've successfully entered the prompt. It is saying generate a well-structured and engaging email body based on the given lead details. The email should be concise, professional, and encourage the recipient to take action. Over here, once again, I'm just going to enter the lead details. First, I'm just going to enter the lead name. I'm just going to map it from the response of my previous step. I'm just going to open this Google Sheet response and map the lead name. We're going to move forward, map the inquiry type. We're going to move forward, map the preferred service right over here. We're going to move forward for the subject. We're going to map it from the response of our AI agent. Over here, you can see the generated content. So we are simply going to map it. And over here, you can see the guidelines. So yes, now after entering all of this prompt, I'm just going to click on the save and send test request once again to get my email body with the help of my AI agent. And as soon as we're going to click on the save and send test request button right over here, my AI agent is going to generate the email body, with the help of which we can create an email draft further. And yes, over here you can see that it has successfully generated me the message content, which is our email body. So yes, over here you can see that we have received this response. You can see all the details which we have received as our email body. So yes, this prompt was tailored according to my specific business needs. You have to tailor it according to yours. And after receiving the subject and the email body, we are going to create a draft email. For that, I'm just going to add another action step. For the action application, I'm just going to select it as Gmail. So I'm just going to search for Gmail and select it right over here. For the action event, we are going to select it as create draft. Over here, I'm just going to draft the email because I want my team to review it, and then we are going to send it towards my lead. Alright, so now I'm just going to click on this connect right over here. I'm just going to click on this add a new connection. If you have already connected your Gmail account, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. Alright, so I'm just going to click on this add a new connection and then connect with Gmail. And as soon as we're going to click on this, it is asking me to choose an account. So I'm just going to select my account right over here. And now you can see that Pabbly Connect wants to access my Google account. Alright, so Pabbly Connect is asking me for some permissions. So I'm just going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on this allow Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we're going to click on this allow, yes, you can see authorization successful. With this, we have successfully connected our Gmail account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking asking me to enter the email subject. So yes, we have received in the response of our OpenAI. So I'm just going to map it right from here. We are going to move forward for the recipient email address. I'm just going to map the email address which we received in the response from our Google Sheets. Now we're going to move forward. It is asking me for many other details like CC, BCC and from. So here we are only going to fill in the details which are required. So for the from, I'm just going to fill in the from, which is my email address, and we're going to move on forward. Over here it is asking me for the sender's name, so I'm just going to enter my company name right over here. Now we're going to move on forward. It is asking me for the reply to. So no, this email is not a reply email. I'm just going to leave it as blank. For the email content type, I'm just going to keep it as plain. For the email content, we're going to map the response of our OpenAI. So as you can see that I've successfully mapped the email body which we received from our AI agent. We are going to move forward. It is asking me for signature and many other details. So we're only going to select or fill in the details which are required and click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request button, it is going to successfully create a draft mail. So as you can see that we have received the positive response that with this we have successfully created a draft. So I'm just going to open my Gmail account and check for the draft created. So I'm just going to open my Gmail account. We're going to refresh this drafts right from here. And over here you can see that at this time a draft has been created. So I'm just going to open this draft, and over here you can see the same subject and the same body which we received from the response of our AI agent has been added right over here. So yes, with this we have successfully created this draft, and with this we have successfully completed this workflow. But not only to one lead, I want to send email to all of these leads, right? So I want to create a draft for all of these leads, and in order to create a draft for all of them, what we're going to do is I'm just going to go towards this extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and we have to click on this button right over here which says send all data. And now what will happen is that all of this data would be sent towards my webhook URL. My AI agent is going to generate the subject and the email body for the same and further create drafts in my Gmail account. So I'm just going to open my Gmail account and we're going to refresh this drafts, and yes, over here you can see the drafts are getting created. You can see the drafts are getting created, personalized for each lead. As soon as we're going to refresh this, you can see many more drafts are getting created. You can see that we have successfully created all the drafts for all the lead name which we had in our spreadsheet. You can check out the drafts right over here. Over here you can notice that the subject is specific, very specific towards their name and personalized too. Yes, you can see that with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and we have successfully created personalized email subject lines and drafted the email. So yes, you can also create this automation according to your specific business needs with the help of this same logic, and you're going to see that within seconds in real time the emails are going to get drafted. The AI agent is going to create personalized subject lines and also the email body. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this workflow, and you also go try it for your business and create email drafts in seconds. So yes, now if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you in the next video with many more automation tips.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.